Yeah.
Like, I just knew, like, oh, there is no way we're going to stay on the same page on any of these issues. And it's going to create a dynamic where she's right, I'm wrong. And if I keep fighting this, she's going to keep fighting even harder against me. That's what I felt like. So I felt like I had no choice but to stand down. So, yeah, I sat there. I was told that I could not have a lawyer. I was told that I could not have anyone listen in. But to her credit, nobody else on her side listened in. It was just me and it was her. So she sat there, she laid the piece of paper in front of my face, and it pretty much said, according to the SECNAV PA regulations, 5720 TAC 44 Bravo, you are in violation of not being held to a higher standard of discretion. Or not in violation, but you as a PAO are held to, and you are supposed to be disinterested in political, social, or cultural issues, which I take such aim at. I understand, because I can look at it from the NATO lens and say, did I ever get involved in NATO policy? No, I didn't. I wasn't, and I was disinterested, to be honest, because I was treated so well by that command, and I was such a part of the leadership, and I was welcomed like a family member, that I was disinterested because I didn't have to care about that stuff because I was so focused on the mission while I was there. This was a different situation. This was the Department of Defense. This wasn't even the Navy. And for her to use that instruction against me in that way, to take away my freedom of speech protections, or to use that to say, you don't have as much freedom of speech because you're a public spokesperson, it really disappointed me. And I knew, like, at that point, we would never agree on this issue because she was institutionalized in a system that I didn't have that same point of view about my personal beliefs and what I do off duty, out of uniform. And so I read that part of it. I mean, it was a well-written letter of instruction. The second thing that she put in there was, if you want to continue posting about things that are contrary to DoD policy, contrary to Department of Navy policy, you must be abundantly clear to go above and beyond that this is in your off-duty, unofficial capacity.
How do you go above and beyond saying
you'd have
this
to
is
disclaimer
my
every single post, disclaimer every single podcast. So I started doing that. I started putting disclaimers over everything. But I was living in fear, thinking, oh God, when is the next time I do a podcast or I do a post that is going to trigger something else because I already have a piece of paper? And this was last January. So I'm like, I need to get out of the military as soon as I possibly can, because they are going to build a paper trail against me and get me relieved for cause.